I'm Jenny. We're going to do some Pilates today. Let's start with your feet hip distance. Standing nice and tall, just rocking forwards and back through the feet. Spread the toes out wide. Roll the feet in and out. And then find that stable alignment where your feet are nice and level. The weight is even through each foot. Take your hands onto your pelvis. Soft bend in the knees and then tilt your pelvis forwards and back. Nice release on the lower back. And then we're finding that central position, so make the move smaller and smaller and hold it steady in the centre. Straighten the legs, standing up tall. Just going to bring your hands onto your lower ribs. Have your middle fingers just touching. And we're going to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now every time you breathe in, see if you can feel your fingers just sliding apart slightly. And as you breathe out, they slide back in. So this is helping you to focus on your lateral thoracic breath. Now because we're breathing laterally through the rib cage, it means that we can keep our core nice and strong throughout. So just focus on drawing your navel towards your spine and lifting up through the pelvic floor. So just a little bit of tension in the centre of your body so that your core can stay controlled and strong whilst you still have room to take those full deep breaths. Maybe taking the hands to the sides of the ribs as well. And as you breathe in, maybe press a little bit more into the ribs to create more resistance. Lovely, well done. Now take your hands onto your shoulders. Then inhale, lift the shoulders up or the elbows up. Exhale, roll them down behind you. Inhaling up and exhale down. Changing direction now. Inhale up behind you. Exhale them down in front. Last one. Release the arms down. Just going to take a slide to one side and centre. Inhale down the other way. Exhale, pulling back into the midline. Just going a little bit further each time if you can. And the last one. Back into the centre. You're just going to swing your arms loosely around your sides. You might want to just step from foot to foot, make sure there's no discomfort at the knees. Try and look right round behind you. So you're mobilising your neck as well as the rest of the spine. Just a little bit of gentle movement there. And then we'll come back to the centre, check your feet are still in line. Deep breath in as you extend the arms up. And as you breathe out, we're going to bend the knees, sweep all the way through. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, dropping down. Just going to turn to the side so you can see the position of my body here. So if you lift your toes up slightly, give them a wiggle, that's going to help you check that you're really dropping the weight back into your heels. And now just for a little bit of extra balance, so using the core, we're going to lift up onto the toes at the top of that movement. So lifting up, and then heels back down. Last one. Stay lifted. I can cheat here, I can touch the ceiling. Otherwise, really use your core to help you. And then slowly lower your arms, lower your heels down together. And just turn your palms right the way out so you can feel that openness across the chest and the shoulders. And then allow the palms just to hang back in naturally. I'm going to step to the back of your mat. Again, feet hip distance. Just try to roll down through the spine, so really good for spine mobility. Start by looking up and taking a breath in. And as you exhale, drop your chin to your chest, soften the knees, squeeze your tummy in, and start to roll down one vertebra at a time. Nice smooth roll down. And once you've gone as far as you can try a little sway from side to side. Maybe just move the wrists around as well while you're here, or you might want to just fold your arms to keep it out of your way. Hold and shake your head, allow everything to hang loosely with gravity. And then release the arms back down. Core engaged, slowly roll your way back up, one vertebra at a time, squeezing through the core all the way through that move. Good, we'll do that again. Inhale, looking up, and exhale, lower down. Gentle roll down through the spine. Okay, now this time bend the knees as much as you need to get your hands flat to the floor in front of you. Draw the shoulders down, chest lifted, and slightly looking in front of your hands. You're going to walk the hands forward, keeping your pelvis as steady as you can, and find your plank position. It's a nice straight line through the body. If this is too much, your alternative is to put the knees down. If you want a little bit more, try lifting one leg off the floor. So as you exhale, lift, inhale, lower, other leg, lift, and lower. Keep that going. The challenge is to keep your pelvis completely steady as the legs are moving, so not transferring weight from foot to foot, staying really solid. One more time with each leg. And then we'll lift the hips up again, walk the hands back into your feet, soften the knees when you need to, and then roll the way back up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Good, let's go again. Inhale, look up, and exhale, look down, rolling smoothly down, all the way through the spine. Hands to the floor, look forward, pelvis stable as you walk the hands forward into your plank. Now this time, we're going to try some press-ups. Your option is to put the knees on the floor. We're going to try and keep the elbows close to the sides of your body. So it's a tricep press-up. Inhale down, exhale, push away. Keeping the core strong all the way through. Last one. Lift the hips up, walk the hands back in, and gently roll your way back up to standing. Great work. Let's go one more time. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower, rolling through the spine. You might feel your hamstrings are getting a little bit more comfortable with this every time we try it. Walk the hands forward, finding your plank. This time we're going to come down onto the elbows, so holding it strong in this elbow plank position. Now you can either stay here, or you can try adding a little bit of movement with the feet. You're going to step your right foot out, left foot out, right foot in, left foot in, and then change. Left foot out, right foot out, left foot in, right foot in, tap, change. Okay, so trying to keep the body as still as you can whilst the legs are moving. Let's try it one more time, leading on each side. Keep breathing deeply. When you're back to the centre, you can gently lower to the floor. Well done, hands under the shoulders, point the toes back. Just going to lift up into a cobra, back bend here. Lifting and lengthening through the spine, shoulders down low, elbows tucking in. Gently release back down and push your way up. And then rounding through your back, going to sit right the way back onto your heels, this shell stretch, lowering your hips down, reaching the arms forward, and releasing your head towards the floor. Just rest here for a moment. Nice stretch for the back, and then we'll lift up to all fours. So hands under the shoulders, hands spread wide, knees under the hips. You might want to shake your feet out and then stretch the toes back. Just going to round your spine to cat stretch and looking towards your navel, lifting the back up and then arching the other way, looking up, lifting the tailbone. Exhale as you round, inhale as you arch, in the opposite direction. Now your core is working all the way through this, so try not to let your stomach kind of just hang down. We're just keeping everything strong, controlled, all the way through this movement. Find that place right in the centre, these two extremes, so it's our neutral spine. The crown of the head is stretching forward, the tailbone is reaching back. Just want to lift your right arm up as if you're shaking hands with somebody, and then extend your left leg behind you, trying to keep your arm and your leg parallel to the floor, in line with your back, and then release back down. Other side, left arm, right leg extending away. Pause there for a moment, steady as you can, and back down. So moving with your breath now, take a breath in to prepare, exhale, extend away. Inhale, come back, exhale, the other side. Keep this going. Core staying strong. Let's just try it one more time. With the right arm forward, left leg back. Now this time, we're going to slowly extend the arm and the leg out, and then bring it back into the midline of the body. Inhale as you extend, Exhale, bring back in. Try to keep your torso still. The shoulders and hips aren't moving. The arm and the leg are staying parallel to the floor. Last one. Back in. And we'll try that finally on the other side. Extend away. Inhale, open out. Exhale, draw back into the midline. Arm and leg staying parallel. Moving like a compass. Last one. And back down. Well done. Again, you can sit back in shell stretch. Extend the arms forward. Rest your hips down and your head down. And then roll it up. Now we're going to lift up to a high kneeling position. And this is the Z sit position. We're going to take our arms in front of us, shoulder level. And the arms will stay parallel to the floor. And then we're just going to gently lean back a little way, keeping the core really strong so there's no movement at the hips. It's all happening from the knees. And then pull your way back up to the start position. Inhale as you lean back. Exhale, pull back up. Core staying strong throughout. If you're finding this really challenging, you can either keep the movements a little bit smaller, or you can bend at the hips as if you're about to sit down on your feet, and then you change your mind. There's a little less intensity there on the thighs. Keep the core strong throughout. Let's just try a couple more, whichever options you can take. And the last one. Well done. Now we're just going to sit back down and just to stretch out the front of the thighs a little. You can lean back and maybe just tilt the pelvis up slightly so you can lengthen the front of the thighs and release. Well done. We're going to stretch your legs forward now. Okay, so sitting with your feet flexed and your spine nice and upright, bring your arms in front of you. It's the bow and arrow. There's a twist through the spine. We're going to start by sliding your arm behind you, look towards your elbow, and then glide it forwards, changing sides. Inhale as you extend the elbow behind you, exhale, draw it forwards. So you're staying really upright throughout, rotating through your spine, and including the neck as you look behind you. Sitting up tall, using the core for support. Let's just try that one more time to each side. Keep breathing deeply. Last one. And just stretch forwards towards your toes. Lower your body over your legs. And we're just going to control down. Make sure you've got some room behind you. Put your arms forward. Gently roll your way all the way down to the floor. When you're here, arms overhead, put your toes away, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to slowly curl back up again. Flex the feet as you reach towards your toes. And then sit up. Extend the arms up, shoulders are down, core engaged. We're just going to tilt the pelvis. Now if you're finding it quite challenging, you can either bring the arms forward or you can use them by your sides for support. I'll show you the harder option on the next go. Deep breath in and exhale, rolling up. Reaching towards the toes. So the harder option is to keep your arms extended level with your ears as you take that roll back. So squeeze your tummy in, keep the legs down, keep it smooth and controlled all the way through. Inhale, point the toes, extend. Exhale, curling up. Again, maybe try to keep the arms level with your ears if possible. And extend forward. Okay, now this time as you lift up, you're going to open the arms and legs out to the side. Just going to take a rotation to one side, reach the opposite arm towards that leg, and lower your head towards your leg. Inhale back up, and then exhale, twist to the other side, release to that side. Inhale, lifting up, we're going to squeeze the arms and the legs back in and lift up tall, and then gently curl your way back down. Bring your arms either lifted or bring them down if you're getting tired. Deep breath in, and try it one more time, exhale, lift. Reaching forwards, sitting up tall, open the arms and the legs out, and we'll take a twist. Release down to one side, lifting up to the centre, twist to the other side, lifting up to the centre, squeeze everything back in, Inhale, lift. Exhale, rolling your way back down. With the toes. And we're just going to lift up. Take your hands behind you to support you now. Point the toes in front of you. Lift your chest, looking up. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift your hips. Incline plane, making a straight line through your whole body. Deep breath in at the top, exhale, lower down. And try that again. As you lift up, point your toes and aim to get your big toes as close to the floor as you can. It's going to help lift the hips. So you can either carry on as you are, or if you want more of a challenge, so if you can lift a leg. Change the other leg. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, lower. One more time. And release. Let's try it one last time through. Deep breath in, exhale, lift. Lift the leg, if you want to. Once more with each leg, just do what you can. Gently release back down. Excellent. And I'm just going to lie down, hug your knees. Rest here for a moment. And then lift your head and shoulders. Holding onto one leg, extend the other leg away. Squeeze your knee in towards your head. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, switch sides. Tummy pulled in tightly, shoulders relax down. Exhale, switch. Inhale, pause. Exhale, switch. So it's quite a slow movement, holding that lift. Once more with each leg. Tuck both knees in, release your head down, and you might want to just turn your head from side to side to allow the neck to release for a moment. Back to the centre. This time we're going to use your hands to support your head. We're going to lift your head and shoulders away from the floor. We're going to take a rotation. So taking your elbow towards the opposite knee, inhale, pause, exhale, switch. Inhale, pause, exhale, switch. So a little bit more work around the obliques here, the sides of the waist. Tummy pulled in tightly, pelvic floor lifted. Nice and strong through the core. Let's just try it one more time with each side. Last one. And release. Hug the knees in. And then we'll extend the legs away again. A little bit more work on the abdominals here. Extend the arms overhead. We're going to lift up to a V6. So start with a deep breath in. And then an out breath. Try and lift yourself all the way up. Working on your balance. Inhale, lower back down. And again. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. You might want to keep the knees bent if that's easier for you. Your choice. And you can rest at any time that you need to. Just do what you can. Okay, let's just try one more. We're going to stay lifted this time. Bring your hands together and take a twist from side to side. Well done, just a little bit of rotation up the waist. Good, last one to each side. And release, hug the knees back in, roll back down. And then extend your arms out to the sides. Give your shoulders a little wiggle and press them down. And see if you can extend your legs a little further away so they're at right angles. Knees above the hips and shins parallel to the floor. And lower your knees gently to one side and then bring them back up to the centre and to the other side. So try and go just as far as you can still maintain the open position with the upper body so both shoulders are staying down. Now if you're finding it too much, you can tap your toes to the floor. You can take some of the weight from your legs, be a little bit more manageable. And if you want a further challenge, you can try this with the legs extended away. So inhale as you lower, exhale as you bring them back up to the centre. And you might like to work on getting the legs a little bit lower as you feel you have that control. So you just see how that feels for you today. Try and keep the palms facing up, and that should help to prevent you from clinging onto the floor too much. So your arms are giving you some support, but it's all happening in the centre of the body. Last time to each side. And now this time let your knees drop all the way down to the side. You can turn your head the opposite way, maybe hold on to the knees, just to encourage a nice deep twist in the spine. Back to the centre, and we'll try that on the other side. Drop the knees all the way down, maybe hold them down, and head the opposite way to the knees. And back to the centre. And take your feet to the floor, arms down by your sides now. Okay, so heels as close to your bottom as you can get them, and the feet still hip distance apart. Just going to take a gentle tilt forwards and back through the pelvis. And then we're going to roll up into a bridge. So start by taking a breath in, and then exhale as you lift the tailbone, gently peel your spine up away from the floor. Pausing when your hips are in line with your knees and your shoulders. Take a breath in at the top. And exhale, slowly roll back down in reverse order. So top to bottom of the spine, as smoothly as you can. The tailbone is the last thing to go back down. Inhale as you release. Exhale, curling back up through the spine. Inhaling at the top. Exhale lower. And try and keep your neck in line while you're going through this. You don't want to turn your head when you've got any weight through the neck. Okay, now rolling back up, you can carry on as you are, releasing back down, or we can try lifting one foot off the floor. Start with the heel, and we can tuck that knee in. If you feel okay, we'll extend the leg away. Keep the hips lifted. We're going to inhale, lower that leg, exhale, lift it back up. 5 times. Hips are staying level. Core engaged. Release that foot, try the other side, lift the heel. Lift the knee up if it all feels good. Extend the leg up. Inhale down, exhale lift. Body staying as still as possible. Last one. Put back down. And then gently roll your way back down through your spine. From top to bottom. Extending all the way down. And once you're there, take another full body stretch. And then we're just going to roll over to one side. So we'll keep that arm extended overhead. And your body's in a straight line, pointing the toes. Now your hand can be in front of you to give you a bit of support. Make sure your head is supported on your arm. And pull in through your waist. So try and feel that there's a gap underneath your waist as you lift everything inwards. Shoulders relaxed. We're going to lift that top leg up and release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. It doesn't have to go too far. If you want a challenge for your core, you can take this hand away from the floor. See how that feels for you. Feel like the body is staying still, just moving that leg. Okay, now this time we're going to keep that leg lifted, pause it there, and see if we can lift the bottom leg to join it. So again, exhaling as you lift, inhale to lower. If you feel wobbly, feel free to take that hand back down. Your choice. So working the inner thighs here. Point the toes away, extend the legs as much as you can. Okay, last one, we're going to keep that leg lifted. And now we're going to scissor one leg forward and one leg back. And then switch over. Now see if you can lead movement with your toes. So you're flexing your foot as it goes forward, pointing the toes as it goes back. Moving on the out breath, pausing on the in breath, and again. Back to the centre this time. Maybe we can lift the legs a little higher, and then release them down, bend the knees, and you might want to just massage that hip area, getting rid of that lactic acid build-up, that burning sensation. Well done, we're going to roll to the other side. Do it all again over here. So extend the bottom arm away, straight legs, body in a straight line. Hands just on the fingertips so that you're not bringing that shoulder down, that's going to put you off balance. Core engaged, lifting up from the waist, and then exhale, lift that top leg. Inhale, lower, and keep going. Again, your option is to take the hand away if you want a little bit more challenge to your balance. See how that feels. Okay, we'll keep that top leg lifted, bottom leg lifting up to join it now. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Keep the shoulders relaxed, keep the core engaged. Just a couple more. Okay, we'll hold it up this time. Scissor the legs. One goes forward, one goes back. Exhale to move. Inhale, pause. And we're leading with the toes, so flexing that foot as it comes forward. Pointing the toes as they go behind. Well done. Bring the feet together. Can they go a little bit higher? And then release them down, bend the knees and massage that area, build up. Very good. Lovely. Now we're just going to lie down on your back. Another big stretch. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift your right leg up. Just holding onto that leg for a hamstring stretch. And if you feel uncomfortable in your back position here, you might want to bend that bottom leg, see if that's more comfortable for you. Breathing deeply as you extend that leg. Let's bend that bottom leg now so that we can rest the foot over the knee and extend that knee out to the side. Reach hold of your thigh and then draw the legs closer towards you. Stretching around that hip and glutes area. And release. Full body stretch, deep breath in. And as you exhale, we'll lift the other leg this time. Try and get to a position where your shoulders are comfortable, resting down, spine's in a neutral position. Breathing deeply as you stretch through the hamstrings, back of that left leg. So we'll bend the other knee now and then rest that foot over the thigh, knee turned out. Reach hold of your thigh and then bring the legs in a little bit closer towards you. And release. Okay, now we're going to hug the knees, lift your head and shoulders and roll like a ball as smoothly as you can along your spine. And then we're going to come up to standing, so you can use your hands if you want to, or for the final challenge, try rolling yourself all the way up. It might take a few goes. Oh, made it in the end. And then we'll end where we started, the feet hip distance. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, sweeping squat. Inhale, reach. And release. And the last time, dropping through. We're going to lift up onto the toes for a final balance. Lower your heels, lower your arms. Well done. Hope you enjoyed your Pilates workout. See you again soon.